Hello friends, today we have to see next rearrangement, that is Favorsky rearrangement. The Favorsky rearrangement is the conversion of alpha haloketone to carboxylic acid or derivatives of carboxylic acid. Or its derivatives. When alpha haloketone treated with various basic reagent or the base reagents gives carboxylic acid or its derivatives such as esters, amides. So depends on the type of base, we can get different derivatives of carboxylic acid. Alpha haloketone first treated with base such as NaOH, NaOET, that is sodium ethoxide, or different bases such as amines. Then they gives carboxylic acid, esters or amides as the derivatives of carboxylic acid. Now here we have to see first general example. When we have R, CH, here this X, CO, CH2R. This is alpha haloketone. When it reacts with, now I have to see here three different bases. When it reacts with, suppose NaOH, sodium hydroxide, gives carboxylic acid. When it reacts with different base such as NaOET, sodium ethoxide, gives ester. When it reacts with amines such as NHCH3, dimethylamine, may gives amide. Now we have to see which are the products we obtain here in this. So here we get R, CH, CH2R, CO, OH. So here this is carboxylic acid or its salt we can get here. So here this is RCHCOOH, acid, carboxylic acid or its salt, means potassium salt. It can decompose, it can treated with HCl, gives carboxylic acid. So here we get carboxylic acid. When it reacts with NaOET, sodium ethoxide, we get here ester, R, CH, CH2R, CO, OET. So ester is obtained. So here we get ester. If it reacts with amine, then we get R, CH, CH2R. Here this is CO, NCH3, CH3. So this is here amide we get. So depends on the type of base, we can get here different products. Here we get carboxylic acid, here we get ester, and here we get amide. So different types of alpha haloketones when treated with different base reagents, we can get here carboxylic acid or its derivatives. Now we have to see its mechanism. We have to see mechanism of this example with NaOH. When R, CH, here there is X, this is halogen, it can be chlorine, it can be bromine, CO, CH, now we have to write here this another H, this R. Okay. Now when it treated with NaOH, we know NaOH is base. This OH minus ion takes alpha hydrogen. Alpha hydrogen, which alpha hydrogen? The alpha carbon which should not be the carbon having alpha hydrogen. So other side alpha carbon. So these are the two alpha carbons. This is alpha carbon having halogen. Now this is the other side alpha carbon having hydrogen. So this hydrogen taken by or abstracted by base, and this electron density goes to carbon, and here we get carbanion R CHX C double bond O. Now here there is CH R, so here this is carbanion. Now this carbanion is converted to this enolate. So this carbanion can be converted to this enolate. This enolate we get R CH, here this X C double bond O, here there is here there is oxide, and here this R. So here this is enolate we get, enolate. Now this carbanion enolate attacks on this carbon. How? So this electron density return to this, and this attacks through this carbon to the carbon other alpha carbon having halogen. Halogen departs with electron pair. Halogen now here departed with electron pair, and we get here cyclopropanone. We get here this R, this is CH double bond O. Now this is also here again CH, here there is R. Now in the next step, here we have added base in excess, so the OH minus ion attacks on the carbonyl carbon, and electron density goes to the oxygen. So we get here this O minus, here there is OH, here this R, here this R. So this oxide returns its electron pair to carbon, and this bond get cleaved. Either this bond or this bond, any bond can be cleaved, depends on the stabilization of carbanion. The carbanion is generated at the less substituted carbon, so that less substituted carbanions are more stable. So substitution should be less. This can be here or this can be here. Actually it is symmetrical, so any of these alpha bond can be cleaved, and we get here C double bond O. This bond get cleaved. So here there is OH, this is CHR, here this is CH, here this R, but here now it is carbanion. So this is negatively charged. Now this negatively charged accept proton, and we get R COOH, here this is R. So R CH COH CH2R. So this is the product we get here, R CH CH2R COOH. So here this is the product obtained in the Feorsky rearrangement from the alpha haloketone when it treated with sodium hydroxide. So we get here this product. If we have another example, we can have the different examples. We can take any example. If we have CH3, CH3, Cl, CO, CH2, CH3. Okay. Now this reacts with, when it reacts with base such as NaOET, sodium ethoxide, NaOET. Now this is alpha carbon having chlorine. So this alpha carbon's proton abstracted by base. So we can write this proton like this. So OET minus takes proton. Electron density goes to this. Again this enolate ion can be generated. Now we are not writing again complete mechanism of this. So here this carbanion attacks here, and this Cl departed, and we get cyclopropanone. And this is having two methyl groups. Two methyl groups are here, and this is having one methyl group is here. So this is CH3. These are the two CH3. Now in the next step, Again sodium ethoxide base is there. So here this OET minus attacks here, electron density goes to oxygen, again it returns from oxygen, and this bond get cleaved. If this bond cleaved, then this negative charge generated the carbon having only one methyl group. But if this bond get cleaved, negative charge, that is carbanion, is generated having two methyl groups. So here this is tertiary carbanion, it will be secondary carbanion. So secondary carbanion will be more stable. It is not carbocation. Tertiary carbocation is more stable, but here tertiary carbanion is less stable, because we have seen stability and formation of electronic reactive intermediates. So here this is more stable, so this bond get cleaved and we get here this carbanion COOET, and here this is having two methyl groups, this one methyl group, this second methyl group, and here there is a CH3. Now this is here the carbanion, this bond broken and this carbanion formed here. Now this takes proton, it accepts proton, and we get product COOET ester, methyl, methyl, here there is ethyl. So in this way 1 2 3 4, so this is ethyl butanoate, but this is 2,2-dimethyl ethyl butanoate is obtained from this. So this is here the Favorsky rearrangement, in which this base abstracts alpha hydrogen, this is alpha carbon, other alpha carbon. So this alpha hydrogen lost and it forms carbanion. Through enolate it gives cyclopropanone derivative intermediate. This cyclopropanone intermediate is converted to carbanion, followed by abstraction of proton gives ester. So here in this way we have seen here two examples. One is with NaOH, sodium hydroxide, and second is here sodium ethoxide. Now next further examples we have to see. Cyclic compound such as this alpha chlorocyclohexanone. So this is alpha chlorocyclohexanone. When it treated with base such as NaOET, sodium ethoxide. Now here this proton, this is alpha hydrogen abstracted by base, and the carbanion is generated. So we get here this carbanion, this is here Cl, here there is carbanion. This carbanion undergoes enolate formation, O minus, here there is enolate Cl. Now this enolate attacks here and Cl departed. Cl is good leaving group, chloride is departed, this attacks on alpha carbon. Because this chlorine is good leaving group, is easily attacks here and the chlorine departed. Now we get here this cyclopropanone intermediate, this one. Now cyclopropanone means it is a 3-member system which is highly unstable. So here when it reacts with another base OET minus, this attacks on carbonyl carbon, electron density goes to oxygen. So we get here this O minus, this is here OET. Now this attacks here and this bond get cleaved. Now any bond can be cleaved because it is symmetrical. If negative charge generated here or here, it is same. So this bond can be broken and electrons goes to this. So new carbanion is formed. So we get here this 5-member system having COOET. Now this is here negatively charged carbon. It takes proton. So it takes proton, and here this COOET. This is new ester we can obtain here. So in this way different types of esters or different types of carboxylic acid or its derivative we can get through the Favorsky rearrangement. Cyclic compound, if we have here instead of this hydrogen here, if we have methyl group, so here like this, here we have Cl, but along with we have methyl group. So what will happen, this proton taken by base and this bond shifted here, this carbanion attacks here and this Cl departed. Then we get here this cyclopropanone derivative, cyclopropanone intermediate. Now this cyclopropanone intermediate, here there is methyl. Now when in the next step this OET attacks here, now this bond or this bond can be cleaved, but if this bond is cleaved, it generates more stable carbanion. So this is secondary carbanion, this is tertiary, so this should be generated secondary, because secondary carbanion is more stable than this. So this bond get cleaved and we get this product. So here again this product is generated having this methyl COOET. So this is the ester we obtain from this. This bond get cleaved in the cyclopropanone. Here we have discussed the examples which having alpha hydrogens or the alpha haloketones having alpha hydrogens. But if now I do see some modifications in or some other applications of Favorsky rearrangement in which alpha haloketone is there as a reactant, but here on the other side alpha carbon there is no hydrogen. Means if we have examples such as CO, here there is PH, here there is Cl, and here cyclohexane ring is there. So what will happen? So such a system is there. Okay. Now when it reacts with NaOH, NaOH will attacks on the carbonyl carbon, and this phenyl ring is migrated to the carbon having chlorine has attached, and this Cl departed. So this electron density goes to oxygen, again it returns from oxygen to carbon, and this phenyl is now migrated. So here this is phenyl shift during this rearrangement, because no alpha hydrogen present to this phenyl substituted carbon, means here there is no alpha hydrogen. So in this way we get here this product COOH having cyclo, here there is PH and here there is cyclohexyl system. So in this way we are having here this product in which phenyl is there and CO, this cyclohexyl system is there. So in this way this carboxylic acid is obtained. So here this is phenyl cyclohexane carboxylic acid. If again we have next example in which no alpha hydrogen to other side, means alpha haloketone is there but the other carbon doesn't have alpha hydrogen. For example, this CO, here there is PH, here there is PH, here there is PH, and here there is Cl. So this is PH, this is PH, this is PH. So this is no the other side alpha carbon doesn't have hydrogen because it is substituted aromatic carbon, it has no hydrogen. Then when it's treated with NaOET, so this OET minus attacks here, electron density goes to oxygen and return from oxygen, then this phenyl migrated to this and this Cl departed as a leaving group, and we get COOET. This is PH, PH, and this PH. So alpha highly substituted ester we get in this reaction. So wherever alpha hydrogen is available to the other side, other alpha carbon, then we are getting here carboxylic acids or different derivatives of carboxylic acid through the Favorsky rearrangement, in which cyclopropanone intermediate has generated. Cyclopropanone cleaved to give next carbanion, that carbanion takes proton and gives product. But if there is no alpha hydrogen is available in this case or in this case, so there the rearrangement is taking place, in which phenyl groups are migrated to the carbon which is having halogen, that is leaving group, and the leaving group departed with electron pair. So in this way, here we have seen Favorsky rearrangements with different examples. It is a simple rearrangement in which alpha haloketone is converted to carboxylic acid or its derivatives. Thank you.